Let it go, let it go. Some lives are filled with anxiety, while some go about so calmly. Those who are always in haste go about causing so much waste. Look at this. Free your mind, free your mind. Let it go, let it go. Some lives are filled with anxiety, while some go about so calmly. Those who are always in haste go about causing so much waste. Look at this world. Someone's saying they're better than you, chasing a dream that will never come through. Like a dog chasing its tail, faster than a train moving on rail. Let go the ego, you don't have to show. Let go the ego, everyone already know. You want to fulfill your dreams and your various schemes. Let go the ego, you don't have to show. Let go the ego, everyone already know. You want to fulfill your dreams and your various schemes. Let go of the ego if you are a pro.
If history repeats itself every few hundred years.
Greetings, we're there with you. Yo, you see me? Me's an indifferent individual, you know, cause I come from a place that we just work with people, we don't undercut, undermine, undervalue, see? but we can represent ourselves. You understand? Yeah. That's me. Watch it. And your comments is very, very impolite. You try to be an intellect, and maybe you are. You understand? But why you analyze? Why you analyzing? You see, you want to listen. Now try analyze. Because I try help my people. You understand? I come from a different angle, which is about not sit down and not keep up with Europeanism. I'm not into that. And I am a child of the slaves. Yes. Me not come to Kente. Me not come with that. I'm a child of the slave. And I'm proud of that. And my family is proud of that. And if we forgot that, then we are not real. You know, see it? The African man them and women them, not generalizing at home on the continent. We really feel say, them ignore we. Them know of us. Them know of us. But haven't they ignored us? Really? It's come to fruition. Ghana just call up the return, the year of return. Which year? Last year. When? How? You know how much centuries we did there? You know my great-grandparents never hear that call there. And my grandparents never hear that call there. And me I hear about it. It's we a fight for reparation. We are fight for reparation. We are fight for repatriation. We've been fighting, claiming, wanting, crying for years. And we witness people them that we came here and help, and the same people take another set of people and give them a land. And they were going to send them to Africa. Precisely place them in Uganda. But them said people, them said no. And them find some other place for them called Al-Quds, whole region called Palestine today. And what happened to the slaves? What happened to the slaves, the African slaves? Nothing being tabled at United Nations and the International Criminal Court. Nobody's being charged for nothing. England just had what, 300 billion. 2017. Yeah, talk to me. Don't bother with it, man. If you want to do something, get your own thing or talk where you want to talk on my Skype and make people hear your suggestions. And remember something, it's not vex me, you know. I'm just disappointed.
If history repeats itself every few hundred years,
Seeing?
we don't want to end up in slavery again.
You understand me? Me know what me come here for do. I try do. You understand? I come late because me never have the technology understood when the man them a run pirate station. And all the people them never want nobody for talk thing. They want people to talk religion, talk Rastafari, no problem. Talk Christianity, no, I won't do that. They want to talk Dr. Ziyak, I won't do that. They want to talk the Nation of Islam, I won't do that. You understand? So they never give me a slice, a little thing. And even when I want to play my music, they never want me to play my music. They want me to play for them music. You understand? And I wasn't into all of that. So I get the opportunity, you see? And with that, I have to listen to this tune here. It may strike a note in your consciousness. That's to the one who makes comments because you're disappointing. You see what I mean? You're not my father. And don't ever think, say, you rattle my feathers. It's so mistaken. Me charging a man who try to think, or even a woman. So you're not really rush my feathers or upset me. I'm just disappointed. I mean, I know if he's a black man, white man, but every person you are a woman, you understand? You're disappointing.
If history repeats itself.
Oh, proper English. I find your comments to be very disappointing. Yeah? I find you to be a disappointing individual. You understand what me say? Because you know say what me I say, no? You know say what I'm saying. You pretend like you don't know. You know say what I'm saying. Because I can analyze. Yeah. And I'm proficient.
If history repeats itself every few hundred years,
Listen.
we don't want to end up in slavery
Again. Never. Listen.
Nation against nation.
And there's a people them that says every year, them there in the school system, them all across the earth, I tell people them to say never, never again. See? So me I remind people them say that our ancestors, and me I talk we African Caribbean and us there in the diaspora, because I come from Panama ancestry. See? So me I remind people them say that we are Africans and we are children of the slaves. And we now go back there again, and we need to be respected. And we need all the earth, the people them on the earth who was involved and participated in that tragedy of kidnapping and raping and pillaging, hey, dehumanizing us, them should be paid for it. You understand? So I'm proud to say that I'm a child of the slave. You understand me? Look up your dictionary and try to figure it out in your consciousness. Don't come with your brutishness, because I can unpick that, but I don't need to respond to your ignorance. Stop it. I find it offensive. Listen. And stop trying to bother me. Make the world know where I say by writing up this stuff.
If history repeats itself,
listen,
every few hundred years,
Sidney Rogers,
we don't want to end up in slavery again.
Again.
Nation against nation, black brother against black brother.
Yeah.
When will this all come to an end? So fight the war and let the winner bring peace. Bring those down pressers to their knees.
You understand me?
Fight the war and let the winner bring peace. Bring those down pressers to their knees.
You need to get educated properly, man.
Talking about the unchangeable law, and I want it, yeah. Come on
and all this music me I play, not for them me own, you know. Me was a sound man, see? And many artists them, producers them, distributors them, me work with. So me not try hurry up, come up and try a thing. Me did it a long time. I live all this already. I just informing whoever you really are.
talking about the unchangeable law, and I want it, yeah.
Listen.
Come on and give to me
serious love. Honey, if you love me, be serious. For I think you should know.
And I think I've done this before, you know. And if it is you, you're damn foolish, man. Seriously. Stop it. And that's just to show you, say, how bright me is, you know. Because I mean, don't know, say me do this already, you know. Exactly the same tune, the same orders and everything. Because people are trying, what? Resonate themselves a certain way. Stop it, man. That time I was on what? World Jam. Now me there by myself, no. You come with a different stroke. Come on, man. Let's be serious. At Black Liberation, me there upon. Arise and shine. One Africa free.
This is the cry of a people who were robbed and raped from their homelands and their loved ones. A people stripped of their culture, their dignity, their liberty, and their rights. And by the cruel and presumptuous hands of the colonial and imperialistic slaves.
You see, if me was to go Mars, me would have take all these things to Mars. If there's people, they make them know, say, what the world people them, right? One said to them do to the African. You understand? This is my Bible. This is my Bible. This is my Torah. This is my remembrance. And this is how me teach. Yeah. Set up yourself and teach how you want to teach. Don't try to confuse me. Engage or leave me alone.
This is the cry of a people who were robbed and raped from their homeland and their loved ones. A people stripped of their culture, their dignity, their liberty, and their rights. And by the cruel and presumptuous hands of the colonial and imperialistic slaves,
Rise and shine.
were carried into the West, where for over 400 years they have toiled and
You see what I mean? You see a person who studies something, and it's the thing that them really, whatever the subject is that them study and they involved in it, them really want it, them go to the root of it. Them get for overstand. That's what we call it at the Rasta. Not understand. We can't overstand it. You see? And so Al-Islam is my family and myself way of life, and our persuasion, we must know the root of it. You see? Yeah, the historical roots, the religious root, and the spiritual root of it. You see? So if you have a problem with that, look and find out what it is that you aspire to. See? Look and see find out in your own self what it is that you aspire to. And when you find that or you know that, put that out there to others. You understand? So we can move. We can keep moving. You must have something of value to offer. You understand? If you come here or come under comment as a critical analysis or a critic, nah, me no need you. Seriously. And me can't stop. Me won't stop you. But I'm just telling you, you're wasting what? That word there, no time. You not exercise your mental capacity in the right manner. You know what I'm from what you are trying to say to me. What you analyze me for? Me no want boyfriend or girlfriend. Me have wives.
labored, and with their blood, their sweat and tears and hands, they have built the great city of Babylon, only to be paid with the wages of the taskmaster's quick torture and death.
No, listen here. A lie. No. If you come as an inspector, well, lie. Is my brethren. Is my brethren. There's no way on this earth that he's my enemy. How could he be? For what purpose? And he's an African. He's most high. And my brethren that. And we still love him like cooked food. We never disengage him, you know. We love him like cooked food, aya. Our brethren that. So we can sign off now, you know. Seriously. Our brethren that. And we love him like cooked food. You understand? Serious thing. Can't stop do it. Yeah, joke. Hear one of him artists them. Listen.
Ooh, la 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 la. Ooh, la 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 la. Faith can move mountain. Faith can move mountain. Faith can move mountain. Faith can move mountain. Oh, the of little faith. When you reach a river, Jordan, and you turn right back. Oh, the of little faith. Say you reach a river, Jordan, and you turn right back. Faith can move mountains.
Yeah, you see my spirit? Hey, I work with that, you know. I'm my mother's child. I work with that. And I beg nobody. I work with that. That's what I say just now, you know. I never say where you're right. I say just now, I've done this before. And the same order of selection except these Twinkle Brothers. See? And now I say where I say, that's why I drop that. So here I'm going to do now, all this. Brethrens.
My name is Belshazzar, the high priest, and I'm coming from the east with my latest release. And in my absence, there comes your musical present. Well, you ain't got no confidence to cover certain amount of consequences. I will tell it to you. What that is? Well, here comes the musical injection to disconnect your section. Well, tell it to me. Cause I don't wanna tease you. What, baby, I just wanna please you. Because the linger, I'm gonna push you on your finger. And don't be like Dr. Spinner, he came down for dinner. And drink up a whole lot of tea, and you will hear winner. Hey! What, daddy, you could hear me when I tell you. Hey! I said, linger. Do it, I'm gonna push you on the finger. Wow, don't be like Dr. Spinner, who came down for dinner. Let me tell you. And get a whole tin of tina. What, baby? Do you say? Well, I'm coming your direction with my midnight attraction, and it's gonna be a dead demonstration.
I'm telling you, man. Spiritually, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless every human being. It's down to us. All we want to do, we do. You understand? And when the time comes, it's really how we understand. So here comes your request, man. Listen to me. And this is my producer, Mr. Derek Crystal Harriet, Chariot Harriet, and our DJ Ray I. You understand? Where the place the name? Narek. I may spin this year. Me give this year to what name now? Metro Downbeat in a club Narek. Listen.
Come on, boy. Say your name is Toby.
My name is Kunta Kinte.
See? Big sound man me, you know. You understand? Derek Harriott send that on dope plate, give I. Huh? I'm like Metro, cause Metro my brother spar. Metro play that in some thing him have going on, him and Shaka a Metro cousin, and Fat Man or somebody else a play. You understand? I'm gonna just take that out from underneath my cranby and get Eddie for put on the turntable. Place went crazy. Listen.
Come on, boy. Say your name is Toby.
Man.
And this is 1976. You understand me?
Come on, boy.
What year we in now? 2020, right? Me not a little boy. I've been around a long time.
Come on, boy. Say your name is Toby.
My name is Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte, Kunta Kinte.
As I treat for black ones way down to Gambia, West Africa.
Listen, Nigeria.
In my father's village in the year 1750, I, Kunta Kinte, was born. To my mother Binta and my father Amara, trained to be a man at the age of 17. I was then captured, shackled and chained and branded as I made my feet across the Atlantic Ocean. Ain't no more love, ain't no more devotion in a ship called Lord Ligonier. I couldn't even get to breathe the fresh air. In the dark holes of a ship, I suffered from pain, heartache, misery, and seasickness. As I remained helpless, said they made us stop at Jamaica. As they reached Jamaica, said they made us stop and sold me as a slave on the corner spot.
155, sold to Maserena.
I put down a plantation in the care of a brother called a fiddler, who later became my friend. Please, Mr. Fiddler, beg you play me a song. Could I never do that?
See, and that is Kim Harriott, Derek Harriott niece. You understand me? Come on, man, let's leave it. Let's leave it. Let me go slave again.
Hear that sound, the hammer's pounding pound from sun up to sundown. Men from all walks of life are living here in shame. Now they're known by numbers, they've been stripped of their name. Oh, Ricky Rocks, serving my time so I can get up to find peace of mind. Taylor, bring me water. Taylor, bring me water. I can't find no In the morning I slave in the hot sun for little and no wage. At night I'm locked in like an animal in a cage. Man stand on me with a gun, saying I better mind. But in a hole I have to spend the rest of my time. Hey, hey, break it.
You know them time there, them used to call we what? Naya man. You seen? Yeah, Blackheart man, Naya man. Okay, listen. And Derek Harriott was a soulhead. You understand? Allegedly, because we are what? Afro. Listen, man. me have all 5 pieces of this. You understand? 5 pieces. Message to the black man. Crystal, Mr. Crucial Derek Harriet, Afro-Way producer.
Yes, my skin is black, but that's no reason to hold me back.
Why don't you think about it, 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 think about it. I have wants and desires just like you. So move on aside because I'm coming through. Oh, no matter how hard you try, you can't stop me now. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop me now.
Yes, your skin is white. Does that make you right?
Why don't you think about it, 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 think about it. This is a message to you. Together we stand, divided before.
Black is the color, just like white. Tell me, how can a color determine whether you're wrong or right? We all have our problems, yes we do.
So look in the mirror. What do you see?
What do you see?
2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth just like me. Oh, your eyes are open and you refuse to see.
Yeah, them time that we are try plead with the white man for acknowledge something and make the rest of our people them know so we shouldn't really get stuck inside the him, you know. We have more important things to do with ourselves. Listen. Well, hey, I go in my classroom. Because that's what I come for do this evening. I go in my classroom again. Listen now.
How many of you want to be successful in this life? I need to see your hands. You want your children to respect you and be happy that you are their father and their mother in future. Very good, very good. Now, this is the picture of the Gatwick Airport in London. Now, this airport has broken records over and over and over and over again. It is the airport that has the largest number of passengers that fly one single runway. Every year, it flies 42 million people. 42 million. Imagine if that airport were in Nigeria and everybody that was passing through that airport spends only 10,000 naira. Do your mathematics, that's 420 billion naira. You will hear maths and numbers. If you cannot count, you cannot be rich. So let me start. It will be rough, I guarantee it will be very rough. If you cannot count, you cannot be successful. So if you want to succeed, learn to count. Now, so this airport is only one. Nigeria has 31 airports. 26 of these airports are managed by FAN, Federal Aviation Authority of Nigeria. Out of these 26, 5 of them are international. But put all the 26 airports, all the 31 airports together, none of them will compare to this airport. Next slide. The owner of this airport is a Nigerian. He's a Nigerian. His name is Adebayo Gulese from Shagamu. From Shagamu. So Nigerians still make it. Next slide. Next slide. Now, in the medical profession, medical students are people that are close to God. Because as if God selects some of you that do medicine, some of us were not in that category. You know, some of you are medical students here, you have learned, and I think that they are special because they tend to help God to protect life. They treat you. So if you're a medical person, I salute you here. Now, and that medical industry is a reference industry where people are very careful about. Now, last year, there was a situation that they said there was a child that was 23 weeks old in the mother's womb. And that child, when it was checked, the child had a tumor. So they needed to do something. Either the woman dies with the baby or they have to carry. So they called a particular doctor. And the doctor opened the mother, the woman, opened the womb, removed the baby out, opened the baby, removed the tumor, cover the baby, put the baby in the womb, and cover the baby, and let the baby stay 13 extra weeks before the baby was born. Next slide. The name of that doctor is Dr. Oluyinka Olutoye, a Nigerian man. The first person that we're talking about controls aviation and infrastructure. This one handles medical issues. If this man were here, I don't see why people should be flying abroad to go and take. People should be flying here to come for their medical. Okay, stay there. Next slide, next slide. Now, this is a computer gaming robot. It's called Mechamon. Mechamon gaming robot is the first gaming robot in the world as at now. And the person that created it is the highest paid robotics engineer in the whole world. Right now, Apple signed with that person that they will be the only company that will sell Mechamon. So they signed an exclusive right with that person. Now, when I asked who is the person, next slide, the person's name is Silas Adekunle. Silas was born in 1992. 27-year-old boy. 27-year-old boy. He's the same one. So question one, how old are you? Tell your neighbor it will be rough. It will be very rough. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, good. Now, there is a country in this world that 43% of the birds cannot fly. 43% of the birds in that place, they cannot fly. Can you imagine Nigeria, birds that cannot fly? It's not possible. Now, this country has birds like the cassowary, they have the kakapo, they have the kiwi, the ostrich, the penguin. 43% of the bird cannot fly. So I decided to find out why can't these birds fly? Next slide. Because they don't have predators to attack them. Stay with me. They don't have snakes to bite them. They don't have animals to attack them. So over 1,000 years, they have lost the ability to fly. So when they were staying on trees, because nobody was attacking them, they moved their houses down. And they started laying eggs down there. Over time, there was no need to fly. So all their energy became poor. So when this one finishes, he will hand over to his son. That his son, you don't need to fly. Then that one hand over to his own son, you don't need to fly. Question 2. Who taught you to be poor? Monkey know the born goat. If you check it, your father did not teach you to be rich. Why? Because he did not know. These predators have stopped the problem for them to go and look for food. Trouble is the gift of God to man. Trouble takes you, it gives you the ability to run. It gives you the opportunity to think quickly. When you don't have trouble, you can't think. Say, I hear you. Okay, next slide. I went to Federal Government College in Janiki, Lagos. And in Janiki, Lagos, I was in Oduduwa House. We had Moremi House, we had Jaja House, we had Kalem, we had Danfudio, different houses. I wore red shirt. So there's a time in the year we must do inter-house sport. All of you did inter-house sports in secondary school. And in that inter-house sport, you will build boots, you will do races, you will do high jump, triple jump and everything. But there's a particular race. 100-meter senior boys, 100-meter senior boys. That race was the most prestigious race in the whole school. Whoever won that race is the fastest boy in the whole school. That race is the race of dignity. When somebody wins that race, his pride, everything, you will be very happy with yourself. Okay. But in the same school, after that race, towards the end, they now bring all the daddies that have big stomach and cannot run to come and run. The next slide, speed. So the daddies will come and run, and everybody, they're all laughing at them. That race is for entertainment. The first race is the race of dignity. The second race is the race for entertainment. Next slide. If you fail to run the race of dignity now, you will be somebody's entertainment tool tomorrow. The Agberos at Ogba, when they were in primary school, they had the opportunity to learn, but they were jumping out of classes. Over time, they now stand at the bus stop with pencil and marker and write on cards. Hey, let him that has here, let him hear. When you were supposed to be studying, killing yourself to understanding mathematics and calculus, you were jumping fence. Right now, they are looking for you to say, where dosa? Tuale. When you fail to run the race of dignity now, you will run the race of entertainment for somebody tomorrow. Now, there was a video that was circulating about turkeys crossing a road. How many of you saw that video? Yes, you shared it, so I shared it. Now, those turkeys were small. 44 seconds only, 44 seconds. Turkeys. People were sharing. Look at it. They were laughing. We looked at everything on the street of Hampshire. I said, okay, don't shake it. I asked myself, is there somebody not hearing something here? Next slide. A turkey is used for food. You eat turkey. If it was an elephant that crossed the road, I would understand. A tiger, I would understand. And a lion, I would understand. A buffalo, I would understand. Even a pack of zebras, but a turkey crossed the road and then cars stopped, waited for it to pass. A turkey is used for decoration. In some parts of India, they worship turkey. Next slide. Over 3.49 million people went to look at turkeys crossing road. The village of Hampshire became popular because of Tolo Tolo. The white car you saw there became popular. Because the person said, that's my car, that's my car, that's my car. Became popular because of Tolo Tolo. The road became visible. Question 3. What can you do in 44 seconds that your village will be recognized in the world? 44 seconds. You don't need 1 year to make significant impact. Hey, just get it right. Everything will turn out right. Next slide. Your life is about making impact and not being one of the statistics that could be counted. Let's go deeper. Next slide. Next slide. And the role everybody is to play in it. Let me show you some people that are doing certain things. Next slide. There is a man called Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. He is the vice president of the UAE, the president of Dubai. The man on October 17, Thursday, sent a tweet by 3 p.m. and said in that tweet, I want to change the bloodline and the pattern of leadership in Dubai. And at that point in time, he sent another tweet by 5 p.m. the list of ministers. Next slide. And there he appointed a friend of mine called Oman Bil Sultan Al Olama, 27-year-old boy, as Minister for Artificial Intelligence. What is his description? His job description is for him, Oman, to build houses in planet Mars by the year 2117 so that Dubaians can live there. You did not hear me, so let me repeat. This was done in 2017. The boy's job description is to plan how Dubaians will live in planet Mars in 2117, 100 years in advance. Mohammed bin Rashid is 64 years old. In 100 years' time, that man will not be alive. The man that puts this plan on ground would have died. That boy is 27 years old. That boy will not live 127 years old. He will die. The two people that have the mandate to plan are not going to see that vision comes to pass. They are not thinking of the next election. They are thinking of the next generation. They are not thinking of local league, not local government chairman. They are thinking of 100 years. They are thinking of how they will set up fast food joints, thinking of how they will build hotels there by the next generation. Sheikh Zahid bin Sultan Al Ulama said women constitute 50% of every country's population. When you tell the women to keep quiet, when you don't train them, what happens is that that country loses 50% potential. We need to allow our women talk. We need to allow our women voice out and exercise their abilities. Some men are useless. Trouble has come. Trouble has come. Next slide. Next slide. In that his list, he appointed two ladies. One was Ud Aruni, Minister for Happiness, not the Commissioner of Happiness rubbish that they did the last time. Her responsibility was to make Dubai, UAE, comfortable for people. People will drive on the road and Dubai police will stop you. When they stop you, they'll say, thank you for driving well. They give you a gift and they put a sticker on the back of your car. That means you're an ambassador of Dubai. Will you drive rough in your life? They are thinking. Your problem is not your location. Your problem is your thinking. If you can think enough, what you have is more than enough. Bash, how are you? Now, the second lady there, her name is Shama Al-Mazuri. She was made the Minister for Youth. That girl is 22 years old. How on earth do they make a Minister for Youth who is 62 years old? Trouble has come. The Minister for Communication of Kenya is a 34-year-old boy. Minister for Communication of this country is over 70. What does the man understand about digitalization? Who he help? Greatest Baba. Okay. How many lions do I have here? Next slide. No matter how bad the recession is in the bush, a lion will never eat grass. Will never eat grass. I came here because we represent a tribe of the lion of the king of Judea. David said, I would have fainted if it wasn't for the Lord. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine? With one stone I plucked down a lion, another stone a bear. Is it this trouble that wants to try me? The bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. Stop complaining. The only way to get out of trouble is to enter the trouble. Next slide. The Panthera leo is the lion. That lion, no matter how you try it, you cannot intimidate it. I said, okay, let us do an award night in the bush. Which is the tallest animal in the forest? Is it the lion? Which is the strongest animal in the bush? Is it the lion? Which is the fastest animal? Is it the lion? Which is the wisest animal? Is it the lion? The lion is not the tallest. The lion is not the biggest. The lion is not the fastest. The lion is not even the strongest. But yet, he is the king of the jungle. It has only one thing, attitude. If you say the lion does not have, what excuse do you have to tell me that your father did not pay school fees for you, that your mother did not send you to London, that your uncle did not buy you iPad to do school? It is not a function of your location, for as a man thinketh.
So is he. As a man thinketh, so he is. Settle VP, you know, Shabbos man, easy. Miss Pat, VP Records. You understand me? A best this London. Don't block it, don't block it. Mighty Wailing Souls. I have a version of this by Hugh Mandel. Now tell you. DJ into Sing Gian. Yeah. Listen. Yes, Miss Pat, VP, London. Don't block it, don't lock it. Wailing Souls, I tell you. Things in Times, Cultural Expression, Thursday.
This world was made for each and every one with love and equality. The sun, the moon, and the star, they live in harmony. While man is living apart, the more they live. So yes, the masses cry every day. The masses cry every day. Yes, Mr. Big Mo, in this gas. The masses cry every day.
this? Original than the out dog out if I put the whole iron pan them. Me can't live in a peace card the whole of them. Informer them and them a cause problem. Chop it!
Penny, I love you. Penny, I want you. Penny, I need you tonight.
What is this? Original than the out dog out if I put the whole iron pan them. Me can't live in a peace card the whole of them. Informer them and them a cause problem. Chop it!
Yes, them say this day, the 12th of March, the Church of England ordained their first women priests. See how the Bible get changed? Listen, for the first time in 460 years of its existence, the Church of England allowed females to enter into the priesthood, ordained 32 women in Bristol, Bristol, England. 6 years later, the church will pass another milestone, as there were more women than men were ordained as priests. You see? And the verses in the Bible that show you what should and what should not happen. This day again, the 12th of March, 1930, Gandhi, Gandhi who really educated in South Africa and understand how to conduct himself in relation to being a freedom fighter and a liberator of his people in India. Gandhi, the Salt March, 1930. The women priest was 1994, and the first scouts were founded on this same day, 1912, on the 12th of May. Little more, I guess, this day in the history, some history this day in Africa. You understand? Yeah. So we have a version of this one here by Hugh Mandel too. Baby, I love you. Mighty Wailing Souls. Yeah, wailing souls, not wailing stones. And DJ to the in. Yeah.
Original than the out dog out if I put the whole iron pan them. Me can't live in a peace card the whole of them. Informer them and them a cause problem. Chop it!
Listen, coming. See, all them says that this time was food crisis in the Eastern Africa. Food crisis, you know. See, Oxfam International and UNICEF. See, cause them rape the place, mash up the land for them greed. Yeah, and channel the water to the areas that them are used. And then Somalia got exploited at the same time. And that left Somalia as a war-torn region from that time. This is many years. So when you hear about them food shortage, you got to remember something. Who caused it? For we continent.
Original than they out in dog out if I put the whole iron pan them. Me can't live in a peace car, the whole of them. Informer them and them a cause problem. Chop it! Well, here it is! Well, here it is.
VP Records. Don't block us, you know. Don't block it. Miss Pat. At Things in Time, London. Mr. Best. Rockers International. Don't block it. Wailing Souls, may I tell you. Wailing souls. Lift up the spirit. Don't be downhearted. Classic.
Well, it is. Original than they out dog out if I put the whole iron pan them. Me can't live in a peace card, the whole of them. Informer them and them a cause problem. Chop it.
So we are going to the classroom. Why if you pay attention, listen keenly, listen good, proper, take notes.
Negative attitude towards Africa. In San Francisco, on African Liberation Day, Brother Walter Rodney, an African historian, noted both the importance of African Liberation Day in terms of our African identity and some of the root causes for our problem of identification.
I have met brothers and sisters who say that their mother tongue, quote unquote, is French, Spanish, Dutch, Portuguese, as well as English, which we speak. And because of this, we have a problem of identification. We do not know whom we are. And that is why this gathering is of great symbolic importance, because it is an act of identification. We are saying that we identify with the African people of the African continent. We are saying that we are an African people. And when we make this identification, have no illusions about the fact that this is a very revolutionary initiative. It is a rejection of every other form of identification which the white society has asked us to accept. Let me draw your attention to something which white universities and white libraries practice. And this is a university community. Numerous universities lie around this land. You go into their libraries and check the Library of Congress cards. Under Europe or European, you will find all entries listed concerning the continent of Europe. You will also find entries listed about Europeans in East Africa, Europeans in North Africa, Europeans in Asia and Australia. Look under the Chinese, you will find entries listed not only for mainland China, but for Malaysia and for the Chinese in North America. But look on the Africa and the Africans, the only entries on the Africans relate to the continent itself. There are no entries on the Africans overseas. There is no such category. Africans who have been raped from the continent mysteriously disappear and become Negroes.
My brothers and my sisters, now this is a message of love. Oh, yeah. And if only everyone could learn to live in love and unity, then things would be better. Not only things would be better, but the world would be better. All right. Walking down the streets in Africa, looking at the sky in Africa.
this? Original than they out dog out if I put the whole iron pan them. Me can't live in a peace card the whole of them. Informer them and them a cause problem. Chop it!
Now we come to the payoff. Now we come to the payoff.
This one coming straight from out of the dancer. This one coming straight from out of the dancer.
Ooh wee boy boy. Ooh wee boy boy. Ooh wee boy boy. Them carry me name to the government and inform it to the policemen. Them trying to conquer me. Them just can't conquer me. And let go be savvy dep on street. And let go be me bound to be free. The same thing them do to Marcus Garvey. Them selling Murphy rice and peas. I know them sell me up the bun and cheese. But let go be savvy dep on street. Let go be me bound to be free. I should have known from the start. You can't trust no shadow of a dark. Ooh wee woah woah. Ooh wee boy boy. Ooh wee boy boy. Ooh wee boy boy. Them carry me name to the government and inform it to the policemen. Them trying to conquer me. Them just can't conquer me. And let go be savvy dep on street. And let go be me bound to be free. The same thing them do to selling more for rice and peas. I know them sell me up for bun and cheese. But Lego bees are fi dep on street. Lego bees are me bound to be free. I should have known from the start. You can't trust no shadow of a dark. Ooh wee woy woy. Ooh wee woy woy. Same one call me friend. And him a me enemy. The same one call me brethren. And him a the danger. Ooh wee boy boy. Ooh wee boy boy boy. Them carry me name to the government and inform it to the policemen. Them trying to conquer me. Them just can't conquer me. They go be safi dep on street. They go be me bound to be free. The same thing them do to Marcus Garvey. Them selling me fi rice and peas. I know them sell me up fi bun and cheese. Ooh wee boy boy boy. Ooh wee boy boy boy. A boogie boy boy boy. Boy boy. Ooh wee boy boy boy. Ooh wee boy boy boy. Them carry me name to the government and inform it to the policemen. Them trying to conquer me. Them just can't conquer me. They go be safi dep on street. They go be me bound to be free. At the same thing them do to Marcus Garvey. Them sell him up the rice and peas. I know them sell me up the bun and cheese. But they go be safi dep on street. They go be me bound to be free. I should have known from the start that you can't just no shadow of a doubt. The same one who say him a me friend and him a the danger. The same one who say him a me brethren and him a the danger. So you can't just no shadow of a doubt. Ooh wee boy boy boy. Ooh wee boy boy boy. Them carry me name to the government and inform it to the policemen. Them trying to conquer me. Them just can't conquer me. They go be safi dep on street. They go be me bound to be free. The same thing them do to Marcus Garvey. Them sell him up the rice and peas. I know them sell me up the bun and cheese. Ooh wee boy boy boy. Ooh wee boy boy boy. They go be me bound to be free. They go be me bound to be free. I should have known from the start. You can't just no shadow of a doubt. The same one who called me friend, him a the danger to me. The same one who called me brethren.
Yeah man, we there upon a good stroke. You know what I mean? So we are wind down. Yeah, we are wind down.
Ghetto, there's certain environments you've got to go through. From you're born in the ghetto, there's certain environments you've got to go through. Like Bunker Factor, like Bunker Factor, Tim Bim, and then you school from school. And raise your borders, then hardly anyone can say until it's too late. Whoa, then some die by their guns, some by the blades, some make it through, yeah. Some seems to fade, yes, they fade away. Then some die by their guns. Whoa. Some by the blades. Some make it through, yeah. Some seems to fade. Yes, they fade away. There's certain environments you've got to go through. From your born in the ghetto, there's certain environments you've got to go through. Like Buckle Factor, like Buckle Factor. And then you school from school. Me say go right for your skin and raise your bonus. Then hardly anyone until it's too late. Then some die by their gun, some by the blade. Some make it through, yeah. Some seems to fade, yes they fade away.
Yes. Cultured roots. VP. Lawas. No content issues. Kaiwa. Best. Rockers International. London. Information broadcast we I work with. No propaganda. And we have with visa. Legal. Miss Chin, VP, Miss Pat. What an anniversary. My friend you up big time because I don't want you for the what? Block the something, you know. Very important. And I know say me I play your distribution. I know that. I know what I'm doing, so allow me. It's good broadcast cooperation we work with, man. Messages we are sending.
Then some die by their guns, whoa. Some by the blade.
Yes, so people, the world is in trouble. So it's not the world, you know. Are we is in trouble? You understand? So we have to what? It's not one of them things they will say, just be careful. Or we're gonna do this careful thing. We have to be mindful. And even then, we don't know what type of disguise this medical, scientific, social engineering can do. You see, we're at a stage where we don't know what it can do, and we don't know what we can do, because them say they don't have no antibiotics. You see, when I hear that word they're using, so may I use it. Because you're supposed to have something there now to keep the immune system up there. So them not talk about antibiotics. Them say they don't have nothing to reach it and it gonna take them X time. You see, I don't hear no preacher, no pastor, no ministers. Really. I don't hear none of them television evangelists. I say that they must seek intervention. See, it's times like this. Why is there have been fooling people? The people them should ask now. Man of God, where are you? Yes. This is not being fictitious, you know. This is just the right thing. The ones them who go about tithing and then have the audacity to tell people them say them need a more fashionable plane. And all these things. And them are plane already. And a whole heap of car, one man and him family. Whole heap of cars and plane and helicopter. And want a modern plane. I don't know which one is that. And he got it. So them people are supposed to, the people them who attend that particular individual and his cooperation and his brethren and sisterins, their religious fraternity, they should be asking, do you all have the blood or the water, whatever it is, to help the world? Some people be vexed when I say something like this, you know. But if you work with your sensibility, and that they're supposed to do. The imams just told us, you know, we always a wash for wudu. So we have to not waste water, because this thing I tell about wash your hand and soap and everything, but continue what we do, maintain what we do, but intensify it. And relax on hug, embracing, and handshaking. Yes. Because we love the embracing and we love the handshaking. It's an African thing, but in terms of the Muslim, that's normality. Yeah. We love the hugging. You see? The embracing. So now we have to wait and find out how they feel about this meeting that the medical fraternity, along with the Prime Minister and his cabinet, Mindem, you know what they say, Humpty Dumpty, had today, and find out what's the conclusion tomorrow. Because we have Salatu Juma, and that's where hundreds and thousands of us that recognize community and the obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be gathering. That's our congregational prayer. So we have to wait and hear what our imams in our communities will be saying, because it could be the news that the elders stay at home. And we have some masjid that have technologies, you know, people can put on them radio. You understand? And the people them just turn the dial and them can hear the quick bar from the mass. You understand? It's not a radio station. It's just something that come to one of the FM band once year in our vicinity. Some must number of must have that facility. You see, and them use it because, especially when they don't have adequate space on Friday for the sisters them. The Imam does say, and our mothers and daughters and sisters at home. And I'm saying, wait a minute. Yeah, so some brother them show me, say, watch out, you can stay home, once in this area and get the quick bar, you see. But the man them not supposed to do it. We supposed to be in the mosque. You understand? So maybe the announcement for us will be that the elder citizens should stay at home and tune in to the quick bar at home and pray when the Salah time comes, because they can hear it. You see? So that's a good thing. And these young people, them, who know this technology. Yeah. You see? So I show that I'm more positive in my feelings that that's going to be the announcement. So people might be knocking on my door later or early in the morning for Fajr prayer saying that elders should be left at home. You see? And so on. So, because, said the vulnerability, Yeah. So, African people, that's what we have to do. We have to control ourselves and be mindful and now be responsible. You know what I mean? Help take care of our parents, our elders, our neighbors. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because if we don't have that neighborly connection, yeah, nothing is exclusive now. So we have to join forces, not join arms, but join mental forces, Yeah. And just take care of self and others. So the elders will be the one set of people. Because I'm not saying that we and younger people can't get it. But the chances are that the elders, it will knock them down quick, And with no supervisions and so forth, tragedy will strike. So God willing, inshallah, it doesn't. And we try our best. We try our utmost to be on guard from a health-wise point of view. Because there's nothing they're saying, and there's nothing that we don't have antibiotics. They ain't spoke about antibiotics. I don't hear that word used yet, and I'm listening. I don't hear that word used. You know what I mean? So I know. Say my mother would have said, "Here, what happened? You got you still have some antibiotics, or you don't have any? If you don't have any, tell me no." You understand, right? So she always had her own supply. So, yeah, I don't know. So be safe. Let us try and be safe. Be cautious. And don't be like some of them people in there. Yes, there's some WhatsApp snaps out there. Some bad behavior, some ignorant behavior, and some laughter. You understand? Because some people just go somewhere, right? And then the person run them out of their place, and you understand? And there's one with a barber. That's funny. That's really funny. But it seemed to be real, So let us have some real human qualities and dignity about this thing here, and have a look upon with neighbor and people that we know is elders close to we, find out how they're doing, and if there's anything that they want, you understand? Seriously, because that's godliness, That's godliness, and that's righteousness as well. You see what I mean? Yeah. And I'm still a child of the slave when I deal with nothing else. Right, I'm gone. So Yeah, so if you're staying at home and make these children them come, you see all the children them now, from them finish school, right? Them supposed to come home back. You understand? Yeah. And you have them children there that love eat a street and all them something, you know. You have to teach them now hygiene, which them know, you know, but they don't practice it, you see? So here we go again, responsibility. You see, responsibility. So we have to, hey, parents, we have to be right there, you know. We have to be right there, right? You see how things work? No, from trying to protect them and safeguard them from gun and knife and being drug mules. No, we have to protect all of us now, them and ourselves, from infection, from virus. See? So, boy, you know what I mean? And you see how the weather going? The rain, the wind, hey, big problems, you know. Right? So, man interfere with God's plan on earth. No, we are in trouble. See? I will tell you no, if Billy Graham was alive, Billy Graham would have been on this. He would have been on this. I tell you, Billy Graham, if he was alive, he would have been on this. From the minute the thing start, the second the news come out, he'd been on this. Trump or anybody couldn't do him nothing, say nothing, couldn't shut him up. He'd be on this. See? I'm telling you. And those people who knew him and know about him, you see, them know that is true. Right? In the Caribbean, Granville would have been on this long time. The whole Caribbean would have been rocking. See? Yeah. Did I not warn you all? Did I not tell you all? See how wicked man is? Yeah? And now look. Him say him can't do nothing. And then he want to tell his 2 years off. What's that? Huh? Something to prohibit this thing from mutating. See all them words, they don't even know what they mean. You understand? Well, what it means is that we can pass it on to each other. How they going to prohibit all of that? Look at the catastrophe that we're in. You see? And the Renaissance, all you people, the Renaissance, when Africans were here in Spain, cleansed Europe, you know, from their plagues and all them nastiness because the way they lived. You see? So me can say that, and other people who know that can say that. But this is not the time for that now. You see? But yet still I will remind people, you understand, that Renaissance, you see, they never say to children and they never put in their books that it was the Africans, them, who gave them light in their darkness and their wickedness and their nastiness, their full decadence. See? And not one time, you know, twice. The big one was when them called the thing the Renaissance, but when them have all the plague and everything, yeah. Because when them look upon Spain, Granada, and see how virtuous we were, how cleansed we were. And some people need to go all the way up to Devon, them places there, and see the remnants of the Muslims that came in here and reside in these areas, you know. Historical. You need to go there and see. And these one were the what the Turkish them name? The Turks, the Ottomans. Yeah. See? And then you go down to this Bradford, this area there, Nottingham and all, and you see Africans. Yeah, you see Africans. You see? Yeah, they weren't championing one another for the territory. Them just find areas here that was fitting for them. Not them would have had clashes with the Romans. Remember the Romans come here now? They were a very dominant force in Britannia. Wasn't not England, in Britannia. You see. So hold on. Yes, sir. What? Trevor, hold on now. Trevor mother-in-law. When? Just now? So she gone just now or yesterday? Okay, all right, hold on. All right. Yeah, so bad news, you know what I mean? Life Farm. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to you. Yeah, Life Farm, you know. Trevor, Flinty, and mother-in-law just either yesterday or today or just now has left us. You see? So, and may God bless her soul and forgive her for any wrongs that she have done in her innings. You know? Yeah. So you see, we don't put nothing down, you know. We just get an innings and we just have to make good use of that innings. I tell you. All right, what's this now? Yo, me still there now. Yeah, me still here on the radio. Yeah. Yeah, off the phone. Yeah, so we have to just try and work to the best of our ability, you know, and take as much people as we can with us. I know I said that the pessimist is my friend, may I tell you. But when they become like Rufus, that means they may exhaust the time, you know. And the reason we say like Rufus is because we have to set to do our thing, not nobody else's thing. To me, we have been there long time, you know. We have been there. It's not that we've been there and we've done that, but we've been there, you see. And true to that now, I'm saying, nah. You can't work with, you know what I mean? We have to do our thing, you see. And Nigeria now, you see that the Amir of Kano State, you know, because him spoke some truth. And the hierarchy, them don't want to ruffle any feathers with Britain and their Commonwealth institutions. And the deals that they made years ago so that the Muslims can keep their province without any disturbance. But they must be muzzled. They must not have an opinion and voice their opinion publicly about anything that they deem to be political or anything that may cause any strife in that which is in the political arena. And this is the third time them said that this has happened, that persons be demoted, removed, and the worst part is that this brother has been requested to move out of Kano State. Them already put him somewhere else. So the same way we get exiled, people at Britain used to exile people. Them exile him from his own province. So them can't deport him unless them go exile him or deport him to England. But them deport him, exile him in another province. This is a different news to this virus. This is the political news that will take place. And internationally now people is writing that they no understand this whole Boko Haram thing and how things have been plagiarized and messed up. You see? That's why some people would never jump so fast. And not only that, they need to understand languages. Al-Qaeda, what was that? Boko Haram, what is that? And what's the one there, Somalia? Huh? You understand? These are people asking for changes. And if you don't know Boko, what the original language? You know what? Now European language on top of the education curriculum. We want their own native tongue to be primarily the top of the curriculum. And these other languages could be third or fourth. Because them can't be second. You understand? Because in the province, them have different dialects. So, problem again. But the world, along with the AfroCom and Barack Obama and these people, them presented an image along with the covert operators. And then things never work, so then them work on the woman them. But at the same time, we have some devastating things that did happen. But we don't know if it was me, or if it was something, or if it was them. You see? Because when this corrupted things start work, you don't know who's the right, from who's the mischievous, from who's the evilest. We don't know. You understand? The man is good at that. But first, he made the whole media, the whole Western world have this thing. And what was that about? The word terrorist. Terrorist cells. So what the hell terrorist cells? Arabian, Persian, Afghanistan, and all these people. What the hell they doing in the continent? What mischief? What fighting? Who are they there fighting? We have nothing to do with them. But nobody don't think like that. They say, oh, these Muslims. You see? So this is where the biggest problem. Biggest problem. Because them tarnish that name. And they want to tell you say that ISIS is in there now. You don't hear no Al-Qaeda again, you know. But if they want your ears and your eyes to swell up and open up big, they mention them in the same breath as this ISIS. Them see them run them out of Syria. They say them arrest them. Who's this? America and Britain. But yet still, them did in some other part and the place a mess up. So I lie them I tell. Them just see that things look good away. And them say, no, we can't do that because we not get what we want. So we can't just go there, do this, and just come back with egg on with face. So them stir up something and bring Turkey in the thing now to keep something going on, because that's another opponent. You don't know which side Turkey I work with. But yet still they don't want to deal with them brothers, them brethren, the Kurds. And them supposed to be a border patrol. Evil doings. So God Almighty, I see all these foolishness, this murderousness. So now let's see how everybody go consolidate. Because this virus thing is just to show us, that what weapons of mass destruction. Why don't they take that weapon now and have war on infection, war on virus? You see how dangerous that word was? War on terrorism, war on drugs, and so forth. Huh? And axis of evil, all these different nations that them call axis of evil and everything. And them a fight all these different wars and create all these different problems. So why not grab this thing, and say, here what, we big America, and our allies, them, and we're going to stand shoulder to shoulder against this virus. Where are they? Where are they, people? See, don't know for frightened. Where are they? And where all this money them spend on mass weapons of mass destruction, where are they now? See, when you play with God and you try to make yourself God, and the thing that Pharaoh Ramses did, this is what you get. Whether it's China, England, Germany, this is what you get. See? Man, them disturb the world, disturb the axis, disturb the climate, disturb the ozone, disturb and then pollute the place with them new genetically modified rubbish. They want money, interfere with vegetables and everything. So any organic, God-fearing production that was there to help us, no, we not help. Because the very insect them running, the insect them can't survive. So when my grandmother know what I say, you have to go get this and that, and we just grind that up and boil that and everything. That not work. They're not here, but the world is messed up. And it's only those areas where people live traditional life and hide from these dangerous pharmaceutical mad people them. And in Islam, we have nothing against science, but the science of man of greed and lust and wanting power, we have a problem with. Because them just develop an evil attitude. And because no one called them evilous, them just make it seem that they're doing something to aid and support humanity. Which they don't speak like that. They don't say that. But them just say that these researches are needed. Man interfere with embryology. So want to be what? And want to create another life. But people don't see it like that. Man take man and make man to breed man. No one don't see it like that. Evil. So you must know say them do things with animal already. You must know that them have done things with animals already. You think that sheep, what that sheep they call, was the first thing? You think when them take an ear and grow it on a rat's back was the first thing? Come on, serious. These people are wicked. No, with that tune there, there's no rock to run. You know, there's a tune, where you're gonna run to. I tell you, nowhere to run. Man, wicked. Wicked and terrible. So, before me keep going round and round and round, we better leave. You know what I mean? We better leave, because it would have given me heart problem. So, because I just get very emotional with these things. Okay, man, wicked. VP, leave me alone and don't block the thing. Listen, gone with this. And no, I play this again. I'm gone with
Say your name is Toby.
My name is Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte, Kunta Kinte.
As I treat for black ones with Gambia, West Africa. In my father's village in the year 1750, I Kunta Kinte was born. To my mother Binta and my father Amara, trained to be a man at the age of 17. I was then captured, shackled and chained and branded as I made my decision across the Atlantic Ocean. Ain't no more love, ain't no.
You see, there's so much things that we learned ourselves. We can say we didn't taught ourselves, we learned, because it's piece of information that someone got and them disseminate it here and there, you know, and then we gather it up and so on and so on, you see. And these are people like the same brother there, Walter Rodney, and these type of people that travel and went on the continent and so forth. We not talk about the brother who made the film and everything, Alex Haley, no. You understand? So why I'm saying that is that nothing authentic we actually got was sent to us, you know? And persons like Walter Rodney travel on the continent of Africa. So we give thanks to him, soul and spirit, and his compliments, his achievements for us. You understand? So to be a child, to say we're a child of the slave, is actually making people understand, say, don't get jumpy with what we think is freedom. The only freedom that the people in the diaspora has is when we are told that repatriation is there. Some will run, some would not want to move, and others would just hopscotch like them doing this triple jump to get there. You understand? And even some elders that can't walk, they'll just tell you straight, what? We can go home? You see? And some will say things like this. That's where I want to die. Yeah. Because we attack Africa for the longest while, and I don't know about 76 years of this. Guidance.
Whoa, hey, 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 hey. Whoa, hey, hey. The wicked are the sorry when they're called up to the Almighty. Never look into the prophecy. When the heavens,
and you see what happened now? Them going to cease deporting for a while. But guess what? They may have got a bunch of people they know that they're going to say they're medical risks. See? And you watch how deviant they are, you know. They will put them on a plane quick and ship them out of here. Huh? With the mindset that they're saying they're going to save themselves by getting rid of these people that potentially could have, or have this thing. See? That's how dangerous this thing is. And people them. And Joshua, the boxer, look how them nab him and bring him down there so now for Commonwealth salute. That's listen, when we rate him, but you see when no one is from our lot is going to oppose and represent The fact that I am a child of the slave and you are still running your colonial thing and wrap we all up in this thing called Commonwealth and everything, and then you get us there and so, and that's to make the generations them not feel that it's time to say no to that. See? And Africa being the youngest, will be the youngest, one of the, if not the youngest on this planet Earth generation. No one is saying no to the Commonwealth, and yes to sovereignty, and yes to the International Criminal Court having all of those slave herders being charged for mass crimes against humanity and all the injustices that went along with it, including the Saudi Arabians, the Persians. We're not stupid. But them chose this brother that is dual national, Nigerian and British. He's world champion, British champion in fly the flag for England. And Charles and all of them, the Queen, everybody are sit down there. And he must have had to speak a great deal about the Commonwealth, because he did. That electrifies our young African, Black, Caribbean, British. And since they've never been taught and they haven't been able to read, to claim the fact that they're children of children's who were children of the slave, and they need to seek justice, to know who they are and what they represent. All these things are taken away with some fandangles, and power people can do these things, you know. Suggestive reasoning, analytical projection, symbolic gestures by the architect of crime. And it happens, and it has happened. And it will continue until we say, hold up, enough of that. But yet still, look what they've done in Kano. And put the two things together, you see who's wielding the power. We behave like we're domicile. Now, Muhammad Ali wouldn't have accepted that. A person who heard that the Nation of Islam is going to give the black man some independence of themselves. Give them back their name, give them back a right of, focus them on a right of passage. Help them to evolve and realize what their true potential are morally and their culture. And the people them say, what up? Him join them, here what happen? You have to be subscribed into the army. And him say, hold up, I am not going to. No Chinese, no Japanese, no do me nothing. And you are the ones that victimize me. I'm not even going into your army. Muhammad Ali said that. Now, remember Muhammad Ali. Remember Cassius Clay just changed his name to Muhammad Ali. Elijah Muhammad just baptized him. Christian him, baptized him, whatever. Him have a name, Muhammad Ali. Okay. What is he now doing? What is he now saying? He's now saying that I am somebody, so I'm going to choose over you. But what is he? What was he? He's a champion of the world. Now he might get money and he might have this big royalty, if you like. And the people that tell him, say, if you do this, you're going to lose that. And him say, take it. Where's the brave ones now? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Really, truly, where are they? So you all know in the world that them strip him. Them strip him. Violating these laws and everything else, and then the boxing people them say, okay, this is American, we have to go along with the government and everything. They are white people, right? So him get stripped from that. But why is he was stripped? Go on YouTube and iPoll and all these things and see what was going on. Why is he was stripped? Didn't he go international? They tried to bar him from going places, but didn't he go international and spoke? He even come here and talk. You have some Indian boy, they want to try to turn and tell us that he was illiterate. The things that he was saying, he was like a parrot. He was programmed to say those things. So you all can watch and see. There's no teleprompter with Muhammad Ali. There's no teleprompter. I hear him talking. And him had to fight immigration and everything to get to travel, because them had him on a bar. Once that got lifted, him went everywhere and said not the same thing. Him respond and make people understand that these are the things that they do to black people and how black people are living, are treated in the US of A and across the world, in the diasporas. So it's all about value. It's all about persuasion and value. You see? And this is not Muhammad Ali, the boxer we are talking about really now, but this is Muhammad Ali, the man, the human being, the African, that spirit got woken up. That says, you know what? I'm saying to you, no. You're not running this body here. You're not running this soul. And you're not fearing this soul. You're not. You can try, but you're not going to. I'm not going to allow you. You understand? These are the credits that one gives to Elijah Muhammad for instilling that mindset. But then the person who's receiving it has to be dutiful at the end of the day. And he was very dutiful. For what sake? For what he understood that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was. Because he was one who learned also to read. Herbert, who became one of Elijah Muhammad's sons, who became his manager, Herbert could have read Arabic long time and writing. W.D. Muhammad, who's the youngest, learning also, was his good close friend, along with Herbert and others. So Muhammad Ali was learning to read long time also, just like Malik al-Haji Shabazz, Malcolm al-Mawali X. I put that in there to make you all understand. Even for them Indian man that want to turn on and make him out like he was a parrot, he was an idiot, imbecile. No. He was well read. And he was bright. Extremely bright. The point I'm making, if Joshua was taught by somebody, including his father and his grandfather's parents, about the real history of the continent of Africa, including Nigeria, where he's from, he could have rejected, or he could have accepted and shocked them all by what he presents. But it's not his fault, really, is it? It's what he was not allowed to know, and what he wasn't showing and also told. By who? By his ancestors. By the kingdom of Nigeria and its people. That's why I'm crying to say, no goddamn one of them have called us home. They don't seek after us. It's we that stretch our arms and feet out to Africa, wanting to be acknowledged and wanting. We're so in love because it's in our DNA. Can't you lot understand? And we not give it up. But how can we excel when it's like, you see, you got an infatuation for this girl and you don't stand in her way to attract her attention to you? Then you lose your screwballs. But if you stand in her way and approach her and be polite and everything else, she may smile with you for a while and turn around and goes, listen, there's a no entry sign here. So then you know, see that you're barking up the wrong tree. But then again, you can be persistent and become a friend. She accept you as a friend. Because you don't throw all your cards them out there and she don't feel say that you want to encroach upon her and everything. So then you become a friend. And something could materialize. Something could. And that's just in a relationship. They haven't approached us. And this is 76 years of my life, Tarati. They didn't approach us. And we're still waiting. You know how much millions of us have died? And it's Africa upon we mind. It's African dreams we have. So we need to be, ones need to think. And we must listen to the speech and ask ourselves really and truly, why we still be manipulated by the Caucasians? And then remember that one of our own people, citizens in this country, went there before. And what did them do to him? That same woman that was the prime minister, she was there. What did they do to him? Them get the police and others to arrest him and draw him out of the place. And then they want to say that he's mentally deranged and rare. Can't remember the brother's name. Huh? And when we do things like that and ask a question, them always say that we're deranged or we're evil or something of this nature, because they remember and we should not know. That's the thing. They know, but we shouldn't know. They've been earning and still earning off of our parents, our ancestors. But we shouldn't know that, and we shouldn't be able to pull them to book and ask them, how do you feel? Ethiopia wouldn't get off their asses and come here and say, here what happened? Return our crown jewels. Return our royal jewels. And tell the world the truth. They ain't doing that. They don't have the balls. And we have the right ears of Dawood David in Ethiopia. And that's something we put there. It's a line is given to us, given to this world by the Almighty. When man say, hey, they want kings like the other nations them have. And this is the only kingship that come on this earth and was ordained by the Almighty and exercised themselves humanely. The kingdom of Abyssinia, the kingdom of David, Solomon and David. And you got some people that want to tell us they want to build a temple in reference of, and it was meant, it is the, hey, imposters. And that's another chapter. And all is another chapter, determination. So them get Joshua up, Anthony Joshua up there to speak this way. And it's all about how which Commonwealth? I'm bigging up Australia at the same time. When we play the thing tomorrow, God willing, about Australia and our family that them turn around and call Aborigines. If you all know what happened in Madagascar, that Britain did, I tell you, man, and this is their own history, you can read that without watching the cartoon that you're having a laugh and don't realizing that we're laughing at ourselves. The Muslims never realized that when they're watching Aladdin or something, that they were laughing at themselves. It took the same Elijah Muhammad and them for turn around and say, listen, don't you know that person flying around on the carpet and everything, is that meant to be the prophet? And this genie meant to listen and get that thing banned. We have never been sleeping. Our souls been yearning to go home for the longest while. For the longest while. And these are just snippets I'm running through. But are real things. This is the evolution of our oppression. And we not strap no bomb. We not threaten nobody. We not create no disturbance. But yet still we're being ignored. You understand? So we keep pressing on. And now we do that now. To word, sound, and power. Where's the power? The power is in the volume of the word and the sound through the instrument, put on vinyl or acetate or tape recorder, whatever system that I use. That's what we have done. That's what we have done. And the sound that them refuse now become the head corner sound. And some of us are allowing that to be abused. And now we become punk rock producers. And change the decibels now and make the young generation now run away and then go formulate something that is applicable to them. Not something that we have had and we evolve and we've culturalized and it's a part of them because they're our children. See how it sounds? That's what we've done. We've systematically divorced our children to assimilating. And we ignored what we've accomplished. We've ignored it for euros and certain alleged popularity. And we've lost our children. And there's a number of people out there feel so that they have something, and it's a shape of something brutish. Decibels out of key, notes out of key, out of kilter, people on crack and skunk and all kind of things. And we're talking about generations that's up to date with information technology and education, but not to develop anything for us or for our mankind as a whole. And we're good at that, you know that. We're humanitarians. But the minute you distort the sensitivity of our nature, you've turned us into vile people. To represent what? We didn't do these changes, you know. You got to understand what I'm saying. We didn't bring about none of those changes. Those changes we were seduced into and lust for money. The minute we allowed ourselves to undress our women and didn't stand up strong enough, I stand up at all and say no to that. We behave like it's a custom. It's all right. There's nothing wrong. And we're paying the price. Now let's see how everybody, including myself, play the price with this virus now. See, them went to the continent, them drop them nasty thing there, and them say green monkey, this, that, and so forth. So you have areas, including Zaire and all these places, that's mass AIDS outbreak. Okay. Minute we turn on and cool, you hear some devastating news out of South Africa that them build this gene that identify black people rare. Okay. Him still's not in the international court. Him still not, that person and his regime is not arrested and so forth and charged. All right. Then we have Ebola. Oh, different strands, different experiments. Ebola. You understand? No much people died. Okay. See? And we just go on like, yeah. Then we have all our land, all our soil be eroded. Be eroded because these people want them sire, they want them oaks, they want them maize and everything. And misuse our soil. So the minute them grow all these things, the topsoil become dry and dusty. Plus, the whole ecological system, them cut down, and just to have these acres and acres and acres of level playing field. So we expect, them interfere with it. So we don't have no trees, no bush, no nothing. We just have this level play field. And the topsoil, them turn it into dust. Because we're talking about genealogy. We talk about, what's the word for that? You understand? And anybody who don't even know nothing about agriculture, you know something about soil, you know. So the Bantu tribes on the continent, they've been complaining for years, decades. But nobody not take them serious. And that same problem used to go on in Ethiopia. Nobody never take them serious. And you know one of the reasons too? Them look like me. And them not prohibit them for come into the city. Them not prohibit them for go to new regions for graze them flocks and so forth. A racial divide. So they suffered. And just for the white man now to get in to do something, them start make out say that them really care about this situation, fed the world something else, instead of telling the people them the truth that this is a tribal thing and the government is part of this thing, and will let the people them go to the other side where it was ripe and so forth, and leave this other side to become fertile again. Which over here, then we'll call that system the Norfolk forecourt rotation. And everybody would deal with agriculture and farming and everything. Now that's how you have to germinate the soil and so forth. Them know that. But what happened? Did they not get some International Monetary Fund money? So them put restrictions on them. Them have to follow certain quotas. Them have to do certain things. So this brother, this man here, Gilduff, and him group, champion the United Nations, feed the world and so forth, and he become a hero. No black man did it. Look, come like our agriculturists was dumb. None of them did it. And nobody turned up and said, listen, this is what the situation is. It's very tribal. We need to get them together and buck the government head and let the people them live. If you see the millions of acres that primitive Ethiopians, African, dark skin, rough skin live, you would marvel. You would marvel. But you get these dirty little man them across Europe and woman does go there. Exploit our people and misuse our females. And make all kind of movies and all kind of documentaries. And engage in all kind of discoveries for ill health and herbals and so forth. 'Cause we still alive. It's areas like that you can go and beat anything that the earth will fling up. Not this thing that these people just do, but anything that the earth will vomit. There's cures there. There's preventional measures there. Not even cures, preventional measures. This is Ethiopia I'm speaking of. But everybody belong to we and these Americans. Them spend them time trying to unlock Kemet. And ain't moving anywhere, anytime. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless me, bless you all with the understanding to understand what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to present and project. Guidance, God bless you all. Bless us all, because we need help. Right now, we need serious help. Mom, miss you. Come help your son and your family. May I tell you. Why is it there? Pray for us, you know. Because I mean, not say you pray for us, but we need help. We need some serious help now, mommy. Serious. Hey.
Whoa, hey, 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 whoa, hey.
These people need indicting. With the virus or anything, that shouldn't stop our children them from understanding, not to be grinning and say, yeah, right? Because this generation, they must poison them already, you know. I tell you, no. Look at that thing that happened with Joshua and it, you know. Look at it good. See it? Look at it good. And try to ask yourself, if you tell one of them children no, that which you sit down with and everything is not good, them going to look upon you as a fool. Because you know, for them, it's an honor to be sitting there, number one, to be invited, number one, to be sitting there, number two, and to be in the presence of Her Majesty the Queen and all her family. And hey, so no matter who you try to tell them, you know, it's like, what are you talking about? Are you stupid? See? And that's because we just got theological education. Then we come now, we're impressing ourselves with more church thing. And how the hell are we going to reach our own children? And if we speak to them more and more about it, them divorce us instantaneously. See? So it's a failure, no matter how we look at it. It's a failure. We have failed them. And we have let the same enslavers, same manipulators, same divide and rulers come and take this generation and entrap their mind. Look at it carefully. You think the queen will know what she do? She knows, unlike us who feel say that we're going to stay here forever, that she's on her way out. She has set the standard to change the gods now, early. It's we domicile greedy asses pretend that we want to control things and we are control things forever. And no one lives forever. It's that we don't transition nothing. And that's what she's done. And that's what Charles have done. Now, he's the head of the Commonwealth. I hope you all understand and knew that, or recognized that, or realized that. I know they're out of this Europe. Who you think is the breadbasket for England? Who do you think? Don't even goddamn try to tell me it's China. Who do you think is the breadbasket for England? Africa. That colonial tie never was broken. Africa. Couple months ago, who was invited here? All of them. Except Libya. Because of this mash up the place, they mash it up. You must ask yourself, where are the gold gone? Huh? But Libya don't have a president or prime minister or nothing. They might try work that out, the Europeans. But all of the African nations were here. There were summons here. So all the ones that must shout out, China, China is there. But who controls England? They must return the sender. They're going right back. They must start in a new decade. A new decade they're starting in Africa. And why is a man that now? Have a look at South Africa carefully. And don't get carried away because it looked like Holland, it looked like America, it looked like Canada. Ask yourself, where is the Africans? And don't look upon the middle class Africans that's in there. Ask yourself, where is the general population of South Africa? I tell you, have a read of Animal Farm again. Get the catalog, even though it's in black and white, and some of them is in Technicolor, of Planet of the Apes. Study it, read it. And read Animal Farm. There's so much to read, though, but just have a look at those two, because those great symbolisms, you see. We, our generation, we haven't done not a damn thing for our children. Our children should get up and kick us in our face. Because you don't see them in the House of Commons, House of Lords. Not going to know Marcus Garvey, Nani, Kwame Nkrumah, Jojo Kenyatta school. No. They're going to the Church of England. They're going to the newfound Church of Jesus Christ and New Testament and everything. That's where they're going. That's where they've been educated. And that's what we provide for them. That's not what the state provides for them. That's what we are providing. That's what we have provided for them. So how the hell they're going to listen to any of us? Because we don't talk about Africa. We don't talk about the things of Africa and what has happened. We have ignored ourselves. And those same children has mentally divorced us. So what we expect of them? Assalamu alaikum. Guidance gone.
Hey, the wicked are the sorry when they're called up to the Almighty. Never look into the prophecy when the heavens declare the glory of the Most High. Where you gonna run to when Jah call you? Hey, 1 for 1, 2 for 2. Tell me what you gonna do. Hey, what are we living for?
I don't know.
To reach the kingdom of Jah, but only the clean hands and the pure in heart
shall be there, shall be there.
Sato, Masakana.
Whoa.
Yo, Africa, come and meet me around the corner. Sato, Masakana.
Mankind must know themselves now.
Before we get kicked off the shelf.
And know just what you're doing. Seeing they may not see. Hearing they may not understand. But where you gonna run to?
When Jah Almighty call you.
When Jah call you.
I tell you.
1 for 1, 2 for 2. Tell me what you gonna do now. The wicked are go sorry when they call up to the Almighty. Whoa. Never look into the prophecy. When the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, where you gonna run to now? When Jah call you, 1 for 1, 2 for 2. Tell me what you gonna do.
See, you hear them drums there? You hear them Naya Bingy drums there? Now listen to how them treat us badly. Guidance gone.
Afternoon, sir.
Yeah, listen, look.
Are these your documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you fill these out yourself?
Yeah, I wrote them.
So you wrote this?
Yes.
You're saying you wrote this?
That doesn't matter.
Uh-huh. Tell me, what's your religion?
What?
Why you gotta wear your hair all them tied up?
What that tired?
Why you gotta look like that? You ain't got nothing to say, huh? So you wrote this?
Yes, I.
Well, we don't have to verify these documents.
Do what you want to be.
See, you have to verify them documents. I'm illegal.
What does it mean love, an African love, you know? What does it mean love? Yeah, without love we just can't go on, 'cause Jah handed down love to man. Yeah.
There's a...
See, I told you. Okay.
Need to be conscious. Yeah, man, I'm ordinary to
Time of platinum, we hear them calling. We hear them calling.
Stone boy.
Hey, we hear Jamaica calling, and we're gonna be there. Africa is calling, and we're gonna be there. Ancient broad-shot modern faces. No what was is now again. Now this is gonna be a bride. Conquer the left, conquer the right.
Africa, Jamaica, that's where we say.
Yeah.
Africa, Jamaica, that's where we say.
Yeah.
Africa, Jamaica, that's where we say.
See, you think so we're joking? We know what we are doing. Listen.
Yeah, man. Loyal to the awakening. Morgan Heritage.
Do it! People, rise up and live.
Rise up, rise up, rise up.
Rise up and live.
Rise up, rise up, rise up.
Rise up and live, yeah. Now behold the awakening.
The awakening.
Now behold the awakening. I and I are done. With them lies and propaganda, I are done.
See, back forward and forward back. Listen.
Hi, my name's Early B, and I want to ask the nation one thing. I want to ask the Africans and the Indians if they know the origination, if they know the country they come from. Because Africans were from Africa, and Indians come from India. Do it, Jeff.
Guidance. And that's very true. guidance. God willing, tomorrow.